Pace, but I'm happy to be here. Their first open mic reader is J.D. Coates.
J.D.
After Familia de Esqueletos by Jose Lopez in Redox. How do I look, weeping a little, and standing in front of a family of skeletons? Sheet music sits upright between your books and my books, inside a cardboard box marked living. Lampshades in storage flip inside out. My mother's red silk scarf sneaks its tendrils into the dark. Effacing itself, the night river swallows light and spits it out further down. No one look at me. I am trying to turn before the clowns scoop me into their production, but this always fails. I smear the mouth into my crimson frown. What I want to do is avoid bitterness. And so home goes away, and so does the dog. The smell of his inside ear sticks somewhere I like to call heaven, where they let me use the telephones to talk to whoever I want. Think of the body and its fragility. The painting opens wide like an alligator hungry. I return to memory where I find pink flowers, those you gave to me, which did not lose their color, which I keep in a bottle. The bones of the skeleton family just miss each other. I open a peach to get at its damaged center. The empty apartment has no fire escape, so I throw the pit out the window and it lands like hail. Only sweetness for me, I say, grinning like a fool who's about to lose her jewelry. Like a bird on a line, I wait patiently for love's voice. A yarn is a tether. Return to me. Return.
Thank you, J.D. Our next reader is our co-host, the ever sprightly David Yezzi.
Great, thank you. Not a very sprightly poem, I'm afraid, but and ashamed to read on such a pretty day. But I recently had a falling out with a friend that I've known for like 35 years. And it really rattled me because I thought, some relationships you'll just have forever. You can kind of take them for granted, but apparently not. It's called With Friends Like These. I have a friend who every time I try to get a word in edgewise, leaps to catch the tail end of his sentence trailing off, continuing his thought and closing up the gap I'd meant to enter. Then there's the friend who's lovely one-on-one, but add a third party and they become obtusely quarrelsome. Or there are those I've asked home for a meal, whose houses I've never seen inside. We all dress more or less the same. We all share countless likenesses, the schools, the meds, the bombings on TV, the firm embrace of good and just behavior, a tolerant indifference to God, a common currency of sports and entertainment, news, and the alignment of our dearest hopes. And yet the only takeaway, it seems, is wishing folks would keep more to themselves and just shut the fuck up. Wishing they'd take the boot from off our neck. And this is with the people that we love. Our parents, teachers, friends. What can we expect from our enemies? That they will hate us selflessly and truly, without remorse, holding us in their hearts? Or will they also fail us, lose our address, neglect to dedicate their efforts to reviling us in their bones, until there's no one wishing us good or ill, or even taking thought? Let algorithms coolly sift our attachments. Look there, a memory, 10 years ago today, a JPEG taken of our dearest ones from before they moved away. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Next up is Jennifer Keith.
Thanks, everybody. Beautiful reading. Thank you so much. This is a poem about how I imagine parenthood, which would be sort of an opportunity to sort of re-experience childhood in a way. Maybe it's not like that, I don't know. It's called The Do-Over. You've reached the center of the woods. Its heart is dark. You're 35 with miles to go. The bomb, or rather, clock, is ticking. You can hear a chime. The child you were is a continent, a lifetime far away. Before despair arrives, you join the big initiative of flowers, squirrels, and salmon, the command to lose yourself and start the trip again. A burst of colored smoke, let's hope it won't consume this forest inadvertently, and they're off. A trio of seasons, and the pin is pulled, the needle placed upon the groove at the outer edge. Here comes the happy throng, the bouncing song you haven't heard in years, discoveries of rediscoveries to make and make again, the knife and fork, the taste of lemon, first look at the sea, the stories of the stars forgotten now, the awful place, the target's bloody heart deferred, some 30 years away. And who can say it won't repeat? This hardy tree is made for reaching back and forward. Still, but still, perhaps you're left to stand alone, a fulcrum. Are you walking back or through where darker trees convene? Look just ahead, a part in this dark water where a path begins to push into some unchained time, a second half. With no distractions here, you wait a beat as certain dreams detach and seesaw downward. Shadows lengthen. You can see the option, leave the pack and go, a hard, uncharted wilderness ahead. You will your left foot forward, then your right.
Thank you, Jennifer. And our last reader for this segment is Tom Murphy.
The poem is called Above Ground. On Monday, we buried my godmother, my Aunt Patty, a childhood memory, alive just a week ago. A family reunion, melancholy uncles, aunts, cousins, the next generation unknown to me. I've walked a solitary road. Rome to Canterbury is my peculiar tale. On Monday, we buried my godmother, my Aunt Patty, an embalmment with floral flanking, photos displayed, old school snapshots, framed or tacked, while on screen pixels form, dissolve, loop like dreams. First communion, young love, motherhood, hospital bed. A husband, Uncle Paul, diminished but unbent, sturdy beside three daughters, receiving, reading, grief with a dash of relief. Archived memories unearthed, 70s summer pool parties, everybody in the pool. Aunt Patty and Uncle Paul, their East Rutherford backyard, the most luxurious resort for us Jersey City kids. Whirlpool, cannonball, burgers sizzling, cheese or no cheese, everybody said cheese. processed product dripping on the grill. Who brought this potato salad? It's delicious. Aunt Patty remembered, shared Michelob bottle caps, stamps cut from envelopes for my collections, saving, gathering, loving. Vanished now, like my godmother, my Aunt Patty, who we buried on Monday. I'm working it out. Now it's Wednesday. Somehow I'm a gray-haired Episcopal priest retreating at a Trappist monastery, quiet, shrouded in anonymity, but still that boy in that backyard, splashing in that above-ground pool, heaven in a working-class suburb.
Thank you, Tom. And thanks to all of our open mic readers. We're going to take a short break, so get a drink, buy a book, catch up with old friends, or make a new friend. We'll reconvene in a few minutes. We have 2 spots still for open micers.
Yes, great.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to sign up, I'll leave it up here. So enjoy a little break here, and we'll reconvene soon.